Hello, everyone. Thank you to the moon and back for tuning in to the For the Punks YouTube channel. If this is your first time saying hi, welcome. For the Punks is a resource and publication for fans and creators to connect, learn, and grow. So subscribe. You're going to want to be the first to know whenever we upload. Now, rumor has it there is a hardcore renaissance going on right now. And here at FTP, we agree and can guarantee that Connecticut's Montclair doesn't plan to miss out on any of the melodic fun. To prove it, they have just self-released a new single titled Who I Left Behind, a follow-up to their spring 2021 EP, Life in an Afterthought. They have decorated the single with artwork from Sam Swap and a music video filmed by Christopher Gobbo. Montclair's repertoire utilizes piercing vocals, sublime stanzas, visceral visuals, and intense illustrations, all to amplify the importance of asking for help. Now, my name is Precious. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a writer on the For the Punks team. And honestly, I can't put into words how thrilled I am to be hanging out with the Montclair trio themselves. Hello, you guys.
Hello.
How's it going?
What's up?
No, we are so happy to be here with you all. Thank you so much for this beautiful opportunity. We're so honored to have you. We have Max in the middle who plays drums and does vocals. We have Nick on my, I don't know. I think it's my left. It might reflect in post-process, but we have Nick who plays guitar and we have Matt who plays bass. And I just can't wait to learn about Montclair's brainstorming routine, their friendship with skateboarding, and how they respond to and recover from their pain. I would love to launch the conversation with a mental health check-in. We have to make sure you all are doing okay and feeling loved. So how are you guys? How do you all feel tonight?
Pretty good.
Good, yeah, I guess good. Yeah, we were just running through some of the mixes on the songs for the album. They sound great. Just really excited about that. Excited to be doing this. So yeah, overall good.
Totally.
Yeah, doing good. Same thing. Excited hearing these new songs and stuff, and excited for the coming months and what's to come.
Yeah, sure. I just got done driving back from New York for like 3 hours. So
Yes. No, yeah, you were just in traffic. I was like, oh, I hope that makes it there safely. Oh my God. So yes, like you guys have had a busy week. It looks to hopefully be a busy year ahead. So we're so happy to catch you guys while you have a little bit of time. So yay. And with that being said, of course, congratulations on your single, Who I Left Behind, as well as your music video. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yes. Now, we would love to know, how do you approach trusting yourself in terms of your eyes, your ears, and your pen? Like, how do you trust the art and work that you put out into the universe, into the public?
For me, I guess just whatever feels right, like along the way, like writing the song, like if we're like trying something out and it doesn't feel right, then cut it like immediately, like if it's not what I want exactly.
Yeah, you kind of just get it, and we've written songs and thought it was good in the moment, and then you listen back the next day or something and you're like, no, that wasn't it, but let's move on and just keep going.
Yeah, I definitely struggle with writing lyrics and shit, and you know, trusting usually takes a few drafts, but when you have something, you kind of know, like when you see the evolution, you're like, okay, this is the final, is something I'm happy with.
Yeah.
Yes. Does it help to be in a group where you can collaborate, bounce ideas off of each other, be like, does this sound good? Or like, what do you think? Does that kind of help the rhythm of it all and balance everything out together?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely having that trust is
Yeah, I think
essentially.
we can all kind of be honest with each other, and we're not going to get offended if someone's like, yeah, no, that's not it. It's just like, okay, cool, let's figure out what is, what we want to do. So,
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, well, I'm so glad you guys experience an ease to the creative process. It does flow. I'll also love to know, like, is there a certain part of the creative process where you feel the most vulnerable to insecurity and self-doubt? Like maybe the second it's released, or maybe in the early process of writing? Like where in the creative process does that kind of happen for you the most?
Man, I could totally relate to this because I'll like go through phases of completely doubting myself, like completely like doubting the song, and I'll be like, oh, this is terrible. Like even after like right when we released it, I was like, all right, like I'm hyped, this is sick. And then like the next couple of days, I'm like, oh, this is bad. Like music video is bad. Like
Yeah, I noticed with Max, it's like usually after the fact. Too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
no,
always
dude, I think this is
afterwards.
still sick.
Yeah,
Like these songs
Yeah.
are awesome, but definitely, I mean, for me, it's during the writing process. I definitely have a lot of self doubt, and I don't know, with Montclair, playing the songs and having something fully fleshed out has always been really awesome and cathartic.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like playing them live, I'm not doubting anything. Like in the moment, I'm like, you feel it and you're like, this is right.
yeah, definitely. I think with me, it might be like the mixing process, at least when you when you start and you just have like everything raw. It's like sitting at a canvas just with your paints, and the canvas is bare. It's like, am I gonna make this work? But it seems to work out. So
Yeah, master engineer over here.
yeah, something like that.
Yes, that's so cool that it happens at different points. So then once one person's kind of freaking out, then the other two can be like, it's okay. And then when the next part comes, the other two can be like, it's okay, we can do it. And like Max said, yeah, the live performance has to be the best part, because you see everybody like literally freaking out, moshing. They already love you guys and support you guys. So yes, that is so cool. And I also would love to know, like, whenever it comes to communicating with each other about different ideas, is there something that each person brings to the table that you feel like helps solidify it, helps you feel more confident that, okay, this is a solid braid, like each area is being filled, each person has certain qualities that they bring to the table? What kind of helps contribute to your creative confidence? Like what helps you feel like a union?
I feel like we each like have our own like spots, like you were saying, like
Yeah,
especially like as a 3-piece, like we each have to like hold our weight or else like the whole thing falls, I guess.
yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think every like different instrument has a different mentality,
Yeah.
to fulfill that role like really well. Coming into this, like this is like the first really like heavy band that I've played in, and like of seeing how Nick approaches his guitar parts is totally different, and like I have to like take time with it to formulate, but it causes me to like come at writing music differently, just for my instrument, and it's really cool to see how these guys play, which is totally different than other musicians I've collaborated with.
Yeah, I feel like we're each like in our strongest instrument, in our strongest like spot and zone, so
Yeah.
I think it works out well.
Definitely.
Yes, it all fits together. And it's, of course, it's completely obvious, especially when it comes to your new single and your music video. Now, you guys, it is an excellent film. We're so glad you guys have a team of friends that love and support you, because I understand that it was like the whole music video, it was a collaborative effort on all ends of the spectrum. So can you please take us through the daydreaming process of coming up with this motion picture?
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, it was like a long process, kind of like started like in the summer, maybe, like the idea for it. And then, well, my friend Ari wrote the lyrics to the song, and then we kind of wrote like the story like together through like several phone calls. And then I started writing out the script, and then we hit up our friend Chris, who did our last video for a song like a year ago. And then yeah, just reworking the story, reworking the script and stuff, and then hitting up like like some more of our friends to act in it and stuff. So
Yeah, we feel the love. Big support. It's like shout out to Chris and Freddie and Ari for all their help and support.
Oh yeah,
It's been awesome.
totally.
it took a village for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun for sure though.
Yeah, it came together well, I think.
Yes, no, I love it. I remember when I first saw it for the first time, I was like, oh my goodness, they're cutting straight to the chase when it comes to being raw and honest about pain. So definitely bravo on your vulnerability and your transparency. It's such an important song, an important story, an important video that I know so many people are going to be able to connect with and relate to. And it's definitely something we all as a society need to normalize and talk about more. So yeah, yes. Now, do you have a certain brainstorming routine? Like, do you have a certain type of method that helps fuel your imagination, or do you simply just allow the art to reveal itself to you?
I would say it's more that, just kind of sit down, throw 1,000 things against the wall, and maybe one or two will stick. But once it does, you share it with the other guys, and then they, chip on their parts, and it just kind of builds into whatever it ends up being. But yeah, that goes back to, just trusting their musicianship and their taste and everything. So it's a good, well-oiled machine.
Yeah, definitely like having long conversations. For me, like creating is a lot of consuming other art, and whether it's
Definitely.
like movies or books or music, and like gleaning little bits of information and concepts and stuff, and then like bouncing off everything I've been thinking about with these guys, like in the car rides or at the space, and just kind of having conversations like that.
Yeah.
Yes, like, do you have any bands or even movies or books in mind that kind of guide your inspiration? Or are you just kind of letting yourselves become whatever you're becoming naturally?
Oh, it's definitely a natural progression, but I mean, David Lynch's work. I know this kid started watching
Yes.
Twin Peaks recently.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Harrison for the
Yeah,
DVDs.
Still have to watch that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess for me, it's whatever I'm listening to at the time or consuming at the time or like feeling at the time. Like it always changes. Yeah, every couple months and stuff for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, your lives and your interests are your main source of inspiration. That's awesome. And that's going to keep it authentic, keep it personal. So yes, that is so cool. Now, there is a scene in your music video that is my favorite. Our main character takes his skateboard and just throws it into the TV and just like cracks the whole thing open. And I freaked out when I saw it. Now, personally, I can't skateboard at all, but from afar, it seems like an exceptional exercise for studying, analyzing, and overcoming obstacles. Like we were talking about earlier, Max, I am a huge fan of your Instagram account with your skateboarding photos. Like I love photos that use like flash outside. I just like kind of geek out about it. But I would love to explore that more and ask, like, can you describe your overall friendship with skateboarding? Like, where would you be without it?
Oh man, I wouldn't be like anywhere. Yeah, I've been skating since I was 7. So it's been like a huge part of my life.
Yes. Does it kind of act like an outlet, stress relief? Does it kind of inspire you as well? Like, what do you feel like it adds to your life that you don't think you would have had unless you were introduced to it?
Yeah, it's absolutely like all those things. Yeah, I mean, it's like so many different things, like different like interests, like connecting with music for sure, and like punk and stuff like that, and just meeting people, like a lot of skaters, especially like in like the hardcore scene and stuff. I mean, a lot of musicians like in this scene like also skate and stuff. So yeah, and then totally like stress relief, or just like it's something like that I can do like by myself, and also like do it with friends, and just it's completely like individual too though, so like just completely on my own time, like my own rules, I guess. So yeah.
Yes, I'm still like super new to the hardcore scene, but definitely to a beginner, skateboarding is like this huge thing. And like you said, pretty much there is a culture about it. Pretty much a lot of people that sing in bands or perform in bands also skate. So happy that you have something you can cling to outside of music, because I know music is work. Sometimes it's your career. Like it can get a little stressful and taxing. So we're so glad you have a release. And I would love to know. So, okay, we talked about my favorite scene from the music video. I would love to know, is there a certain scene or guitar riff, song riff, or lyric that each of you feels like you resonate with the most?
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite?
From the music video?
Yes, from the music video.
That's tough. I don't know.
Oh wait, I actually do have a specific part.
Go for it.
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know if anyone else would like get this part because it's pretty short, but it was like at the end of the video, like well, it's, yeah, kind of near the end, like the main character is like um he's like in the bathroom and then having like flashbacks to everything that happened, and then there's like a flashback to when he was on the ground, and then the camera's like looking up at him, and like he's looking down at where he was, and then he like leaves the room. So it's kind of a small spot, but
Yeah.
Yes, no, I was gonna ask about that. Like, no, the camera angles are stellar. I love the beginning, how it kind of like zooms into his mind. We get inside of his head and see what he's experiencing. Like, did you and Chris kind of talk about that? Like, oh, I want this certain angle to be like this. Did you pre-plan it or come up with it on the spot?
yeah, definitely a mixture of both. um yeah, like some of the things I definitely planned out before, and Chris and I talked about it, and a lot of it I had like the idea of what I wanted, and he had like an idea of what he wanted, and then we just kind of made it happen like on the spot.
Yeah, Chris is like a phenomenal filmmaker. He's done a lot of other stuff in the past, and he doesn't give himself enough credit. But
Definitely.
yeah, he does a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, no, it is excellent. And I think my favorite character of the music video is like the TV and the static and everything. Of course, the skateboard scene, but I love that connection. Like, does that mean anything to you guys? Like, does that represent or remind you of any mental static that you individually go through that this song kind of helps you work through?
I think, yeah, at least for me, I didn't really realize it until I watched it. But yeah, like kind of, because that brings you into like looking back at what just happened. At least that's what I think of it as, is like that's it, shows the TV, and that kind of like jumps you back to that moment where sometimes you'll just like go like weeks even, and just like this like foggy static or whatever, and then kind of come out of it and be like, oh, what was that all? And then you just kind of have to process it like he was doing in the video. So yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. To me, the static is like, it represents like this mental state that's just like, when I don't know, when you're under pressure, when you're feeling those like depressive, you're in that depressive state, and you just you can't think, you're kind of like dissociating.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like dissociative kind of.
Yeah. It reminds me of like whenever I see white noise and static, it reminds me of like cameras on me now. Like the ocean and the vastness of the mind and shit like that, and all these frequencies like kind of overlapping and colliding with each other.
Yeah, I get that.
But
yes, like the endlessness of it all, the infinity of it all, just like constant ongoing. Yes, I thought that was just a brilliant element that you guys added to the video. I thought it was amazing. And yes, like on the topic of dissociating and distracting, like, do you guys ever experience the urge to distract yourselves from yourselves? Like, does that kind of the central theme of this music video, does that kind of come from that feeling of just like wanting to escape reality a little bit?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I would say definitely.
Sometimes, sometimes it's easier, and that's the problem with like, substance abuse and shit like that.
Yeah,
it's tough to deal with shit.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, it's a cop out, but in the other sense, it's a trap. Where once you do it once, then it's like, well, I have this easy solution. So, and I think you see that in the video. Is like he doesn't want to be in the position he's in, but it's addiction isn't just a problem, it's a disease, and like you can't just snap out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, of course. No, definitely addiction is not a choice. It's very serious. It is a disease. And like you said, it is something very personal and something that very isolating, something very lonely is going on with our main character in the video. And so it is interesting to see not only how they are reacting to how he's reacting to himself, but how everyone else is reacting to him, and how it doesn't always like line up. Like sometimes we will hold so much stuff in to where it's only in emergency mode that it catches the attention of the exterior. And so, again, another brilliant thing you guys did. Yes, no, I definitely applaud and agree with the central theme of your music video. Like, the world lacks a pulse for humanity in terms of basic needs and mental health and addiction recovery. And the universal disregard can fracture our foresight. I would love to know, like, how do you guys, regardless of how the world reacts to you, how do you guys respond to your own pain? Do you allow yourself to feel without judgment? Like, do you allow yourselves to complain? Like, how do you respond to yourselves?
Write it down. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
I just kind of stream of thought writing, and eventually it just all pours out of you, and then you can kind of read it and follow the clues, I guess, kind of see what caused it.
Yeah. Journaling helps.
Yeah,
I like to journal.
Yeah.
And playing music.
I was gonna say, like, live shows are like therapy. Like, you just
it bottles up.
Yeah, and
unfortunately.
Just let it all out. Then.
Yeah, if I'm like really going through something, I'll just like ruminate over it and like overthink it. And I think in those times, like, music is definitely like an important thing for me to have somewhere where I can like let it out, I guess. And I feel like I look back and I feel like those lyrics are like really cringy though. But it's definitely like an important like need, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, the lyrics do an amazing job of talking, I guess, kind of illustrating that it is something that is happening to our main character. Our main character isn't always conscious of like what's going on, and they're not choosing this for themselves. It's just kind of a result of how difficult it is to get access to help, and how challenging it can be to express ourselves. But that's so cool that you guys like journal. And Nick, I know a lot about like stream of consciousness journaling, like just writing without trying to make it make sense. I feel like it really helps tame the subconscious a little bit. So, oh, that's so cool. Yes. And there definitely is a unique kind of like aggravated and satisfying rasp that your sound has. Like it's so satisfying. Like I would love to explore that more and ask like, what are you guys desperate for? Like what has you aching for answers? What frustrates you? What kind of pain inspires your approach to writing and to the songs and ideas that you come up with? What gets on your nerves?
The state of the world, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
it's I mean, there's so much in this world that just like I can't.
There's more bad than good
Yeah,
most of the
like,
time.
it feels like impossible as a single person to face down,
Yeah, and it's kind of like just with everything from COVID to the economy to the climate to how people treat each other. Like it's a rough spot. It's a rough time to be a human on the earth. Like we've dug our grave and here we are. But I don't know. I think a lot of our generation is kind of fed up with it, especially kind of being born like right at the end times where like we didn't get the I don't know, the golden days are gone or whatever, and now we're just here.
There's no illusion about it anymore. It's
Yeah,
we're
that's
all
what it
kind of
is.
looking at things realistically, I feel like now.
Yeah, so it's just kind of
depressing.
like dealing with that of like, okay, like we can't sugarcoat anything. Like the rose-colored glasses are off. Like this is life, and we're just gonna kind of do what we can.
Yes. Are you experiencing any form of relief at all? Like, do you feel like it's working? Do you feel like you're being heard and seen and understood through your music?
Yeah, I think especially once the album comes out.
Sure, yeah. We've definitely got a lot of love from people playing shows. Like it's been a bit of a surprise, like seems like overwhelmingly positive. But that's the scene as well, people are. I saw this meme today that was like, punks are like nice people pretending to be bad, and hippies are bad people pretending to be nice.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, not to slander any
facts.
hippies watching, but
Right, yeah.
get on our page, get on our level.
Yeah,
I don't know. It is especially we have this one song, Promises, that's gonna be coming out on the record, and that I just wrote in a park one day, and that was like the stream of thought that we were talking about. And then me and Max wrote music for a song. We didn't have words for it, and I was like, well, I have this little thing that I like wrote. We might be able to get it to fit, and it ended up working. And every time we play it live, it's like this release of like, I don't know. It's like your true self being heard, I guess.
yeah, it's like one thing to like for yourself to like write words that like you need to get out, and then another thing to like share them to people.
Yeah.
So I think both are important, and they help in different ways.
Yeah.
Yes, it is definitely a cycle. You guys are expressing yourselves, being honest with yourselves, and then people are going to your shows and listening to your music, and they're like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel. Like they understand me. So it's such important work. So yes. Okay, now I would love to ask, like, okay, we kind of talked about like some coping mechanisms earlier, but I would love to know, like, with everything going on in the world and all of the darkness and despair that you guys are doing a great job of being comfortable with and exploring and putting into art, how do you feel like you are working to restore your hope for yourself and your lives? Like, and how are you allowing yourself grace for growth and mistakes?
I feel like definitely a couple songs on the album. I feel like I wrote in like a time that like I needed more hope, and I kind of wrote lyrics that were like hopeful, kind of being like I'm gonna get through this, like it'll be better. So I think yeah, a couple songs definitely deal with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Do you have something?
I was just gonna say, just trying to like step out of the same cycle that, you know, I feel kind of trapped by, and help other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, I think that's like connecting with other people in the scene and like other musicians is like really helped in being like, I don't know, you just get that sense of community more, especially with like the internet nowadays. It kind of seems like everyone's on their own little island, but like when you're at a show or something, it's like everyone's there living in the moment, and you know, they're doing their part, whether it's just like wearing a mask at a show, which seems to be the bare minimum nowadays, but like, you know, everyone's kind of there for the same thing, and it's good to see that.
Yes, no, you guys are in the midst of, I'm sure, creating so many beautiful memories between each other and with audiences and shows. Like, I think maybe for our final question, like, do you each have like a favorite memory with each other, like in the band or on stage? Like, what's been your favorite memory thus far, this entire journey?
I gotta think about that for a second.
Whether I'm kind of split between
Oh wait, I got a couple.
yeah, between hitting the road, going to Long Island for the first time.
Yeah, that was a trip.
Oh my
That was wild.
god.
That was something.
That was a great bonding experience. And
Yeah.
also just playing the
What happened? I think you said Rhode Island. What happened in Rhode Island?
I
Wait,
think it was
you said Long
I think it was
Island.
Long
Oh,
Island.
Long Island.
So,
You're talking
yeah.
about the one where there was like nobody there.
Yeah, it was like pretty weird situation.
Oh, that was so
And,
weird.
yeah, it was
Weird
like
venue.
it was
Oh
like
my god. No
4-hour
names, no
drive.
names, but
Yeah, we're not dropping
We're
any
not
names. But we
slandering
drove like
anybody.
6 hours to play for essentially just the other bands that were on the bill.
there was like
yeah.
2 people.
Yeah,
There was like 1 person.
but
We
it was
played
fun.
pretty good though.
Yeah, it was a good time. That was one of our first shows, I
Yeah,
think.
we flipped off
Yeah, I
the
think it was.
truck driver.
Oh
Yeah.
that was funny.
Yeah, dude, honked.
almost puked up some Burger King.
Yeah,
Oh, was that
Oh, wait,
time?
was
No, that was the
that-
Massachusetts one.
that was
Really?
that was Mass.
Wasn't no Elliot was with us, right?
Who was?
Elliot?
Uh,
Eli?
Elijah.
Elijah?
Elijah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had a
He was
gig
with us both times.
in Massachusetts, and we
Oh, wait,
were
he
running
wasn't
late,
with us then.
but we
No.
stopped by
that
Burger
was New
King
York.
anyways. And so we like get to the venue. We had all just had like a bunch of Burger King, and they're like, "Oh, you're on in 10." It was like the middle of summer, and so
Wait, no, we were late to that show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
like we
I
got
wasn't
there
sure
like
you
right like way after
Yeah.
load in, just before our set. Played the entire set. We were like sweating.
Oh yeah, I almost threw up.
I
actually.
was bleeding everywhere, and then we just like ran off and tried not to puke. I
Yeah,
think did
I
you?
almost threw up.
Yeah,
I almost did it. Yeah.
yeah.
There's been a few times where we just like eaten like Impossible Whoppers like right before we play, and then we just
Yeah,
almost
it's
did.
not a move.
Yeah.
It's the Montclair advice.
Yeah.
Don't save it for
Yeah.
after the set.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, what's your memory?
Yeah, my favorite memories is
Oh yeah.
Dunkin' parking lot
Oh, facts.
at like 1 a.m.
Yeah. If anyone from
McDonald's
Duncan
or
is
something.
watching, endorse us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much
Just
Dunkin'.
about any show and
Anyone
everything.
else?
Yeah.
I would say mine would have to be that little like weekend of the Koyo show and then Camp Forest.
Yeah.
was
Oh,
like-
that's true.
We went to New York for a night, went to a show. I got concussed, which was a lot of
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And then we played a show the next night. Just don't do with a concussion. It's not great.
Sucks.
And then afterwards we just had like a Montclair slumber party and I think played Mario
Oh,
Kart until
yeah.
like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, we were-
something.
We were playing Call of Duty. And,
Oh, Call of Duty, yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah. Oh, it was just fun.
We just slept on the couch,
Yeah.
Yeah, a good shit.
and then we were trying to watch 30 Rock, and then it wouldn't load. And then
Oh my
we
God.
just-
Yeah.
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 that was
That's
fun.
mine for sure.
yeah, there's a lot of good times though.
Oh yeah, it's been
Yeah,
nothing
it's all
but good
been
times.
it's all been so fun.
Yeah.
No, I'm completely jealous. Can I come on tour with you guys one day? I don't know if you guys want a piano. I mean, well, I don't know. I can't really play the piano. But I can try a little bit. You know, it's just like I can pretend. You know, like either one.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
If you play drums or guitar, that'd be great.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
yes. Like Max, are you thinking? Do you want to keep singing while you play, or would you like eventually like to get a whole drummer so that way you can just like be free with the microphone?
That's the
Yeah,
plan.
that's
is
kind of
get
the
them up
hope.
front. Yeah.
Yeah, like someday, find like a drummer that we really like, that like kind of like understands the parts and we like vibe with really well, and yeah, I'd love to be just singing.
Yeah.
Be so fun to just like jump around and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, we're gonna put an ad out for everybody. Okay. You know, Montclair needs a drummer. If anybody's interested, you know, and if they can, you know, if nobody comes, you know, maybe I may have to take some drum. Max may have to give me some drum lessons, and then I can just like, you know, practice or whatever. And I can figure it out because it just seems like you guys have so much fun on tour with each other. So
Yeah, but like we do really enjoy being like a 3-piece right now, and it definitely feels like right. And
Yeah, I think that's nice though, is like we went through a few drummers when we first formed, and we're like, oh, we need a drummer because we need Max to be up front, but like it just, I don't know, the chemistry kind of outweighs having like Max up front. Like he can still own the stage from behind the drum set, and like it's just like
So
being able to
funny.
trust these guys and not worry about like a fourth person is nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my
for
2
sure.
cents.
Yeah. Chemistry is key.
Yeah,
Mhm.
chemistry is key.
I think
for
yeah,
sure.
chemistry and like having that trust like live is really important for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
okay, I guess I won't audition after all since you guys are like, okay, we just
Oh, we never
like,
said that. Oh, yeah, we have good chemistry right now, so you just got to learn the parts and then you're in.
Yeah, no, total exception.
Yeah, just send a little once the album comes out, drum along to it, send us a video, we'll get you in.
oh my god. Okay, see, I'm gonna do it. Okay. And we can't wait for your album to come out. When it comes out, we're just gonna like post it everywhere because we know it's just gonna be amazing.
Thanks so much.
Well, okay, maybe a little bit of a bonus question. Like when your album comes out, is there a certain feeling that you want people to feel whenever they experience it? Or do you just kind of like to leave it open for people to make their own interpretations?
A little bit of both for me, at least. I think a lot of the songs, if you listen to them, will have themes, but at the same time, there's a lot that's up for interpretation. But I do think like just the raw feeling of the performance kind of comes across. But what do y'all think?
Yeah, exactly. There's themes.
Yeah, I
don't
think there's
like
a lot of
explaining
themes.
shit. You know?
Yeah, I
People-
hate explaining stuff.
Yeah,
too.
people will get the themes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
think there is a lot of
everyone
common themes throughout most of the songs for sure, but like kind of broad themes. But
yeah.
Well, you guys, that just sounds absolutely amazing. It was literally, I was starstruck this whole time. I can't believe I had the chance to sit down with you all today and just learn a little bit more about your music video and your chemistry, your connection, and a little bit of an exclusive on like future projects, especially hopefully as everything, I hope everything will be safe this year. You guys will be able to get back on tour again and everything. And so, yes. Well, I have to thank everyone again for tuning in to the For the Punks YouTube channel. To continue being so awesome, you're going to want to like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting us know when you will be sending in your drummer audition tape to Montclair, and but also what you think of this entire video. Now, you can follow the band Montclair at montclair.ct on Instagram. Stay safe and stay tuned on when to catch them on their next show. And have fun streaming their latest single, Who I Left Behind, as well as their spring 2021 EP, Life in an Afterthought, on all music streaming platforms. And also don't forget to check out their brand new music video for Who I Left Behind if you haven't already. It is available to watch here on YouTube. Well, this is an incredible hour. Thank you all so much for your vulnerability, your transparency, your sincerity. Like, thank you for letting us celebrate Who I Left Behind with you guys. You guys deserve all of the happiness and understanding and support in the galaxy.
Well, thank you so
You're
much for having
too
us on
kind.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, I
This
really
is,
appreciate this opportunity.
our first
Yeah.
ever interview, and it's
it is.
awesome to be able to talk about what we're doing. You know, we're all
Yes.
excited for it.
Yeah,
So
it's really cool for us too.
yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Of course, yes. I'm giving you guys all a virtual group hug right now. Oh, yeah.
COVID safe
That's
group
cool.
hug.
Yes, the safest kind of group hug, a virtual hug. Yes.